shadow in the government's game. Pawn as a child with no face and no name. They stole my past to leave me cold and alone. Always searching for a place that could call home. I was lost in the dark, just a tool in the hand, till she pulled me close and helped me understand. Now the fire inside is starting to rise. I can see the truth through 1,000 lies. Now I tear through the veil, leave holes in the sky. I can read every thought in the blink of an eye. Danica, my witch, she's the magic in me. Yeah, I finally found what they took from me. With a hellhound beside me, I'm standing my ground. No longer a ghost that's never been found. In the dead of the night, I can hear the call. All the ghosts of my past scratching through the wall. My eyes change colors, the power has grown. With Crowley the hound, I am never alone. I used to be hollow, a man made of glass, but now I am reclaiming every year that has passed. Every memory is falling right back into place. I know every name and I remember every face. Now I tear through the veil, leave holes in the sky. I can read every thought in the blink of an eye. Danica, my witch, she's the magic in me. Yeah, I finally found what they took from me. With a hell on beside me, I'm standing my ground. No longer a ghost that's never been found. I ain't running no more, yeah, I'm ready to fight. Gonna settle that debt in the depth of the night. They tried to break me, they tried to erase, but they can't hide the blood from the scars on my face. The veil is thin and the engine is hot. I'm taking back everything that they thought I forgot. Now I tear through the veil, leave holes in the sky. I can read every thought in the blink of an eye. Danica, my witch, she's the magic in me. Yeah, I finally found what they took from me. With a tailhound beside me, I'm standing my ground. No longer a ghost that's never been found. I remember it all now. Every single face, I'm calling for you in the dead of the night.
Hello, everybody. My name's Henry. For those of you that don't know, for those that you do, welcome back. Tonight, I want to talk a little bit about I either got to be one of the luckiest sons of bitches alive or one of the most unlucky. Flip a coin and see which one hits first. Heads or tails? Heads, I'm lucky. Tails, I'm not. You know, ever since I left the project, been on the go. I moved from one town to the next, one state to the next, trying to stay one step ahead of the game. I didn't ask to be brought in this world. I didn't have a choice. Somebody made that choice for me and made choices all along the ways. But I want to live just like everybody else. I can't live like the rest of you. I stay in my cage, so to speak, which is our property. I don't go out there and fool around in town a lot. Go do a lot of things. I stay to myself. Try to avoid the crowds. But when I do go out, you can bet your ass I'm watching every car, every person, looking for hidden dangers. Because all the way through my life, it's always been one thing or another And they trained me well. Very well. I watch for all kinds of hidden dangers, whether I'm in a parking lot or I'm inside of a local business doing business, or whether I'm out in my yard or I'm in my house. I'm constantly on the watch. But then you got the other side of the coin. I did a lot of odd jobs. Got paid under the table to keep myself under the radar. I took on a lot of jobs that were pretty bad. But money is money. At least I wasn't out there stealing. I wasn't out there begging with a tin cup and a sign around my neck. I got my money honestly. More times than none, I was underpaid because a lot of these contractors and these fucking idiots runs around with a big sign on their truck or painted on their truck. Yeah, these are the motherfuckers that you'll see like at Lowe's and Home Depot. At one end is for the rest of us people. At the other end of the building, there in the front, they got what they call the cocksucker desk. I gotta get my speech worked on. The contractor desk. Cocksucker, contractor, they're the same. They'll fuck you. And they usually do. And they're also thieves. I never was a contractor, even though I was just as fucking smart, if not smarter than they were. Let me put it to you this way. My wife can vouch for this, and a lot of people that actually do really sort of know me, that I've done jobs for, will tell you the same thing. Give me some lumber, some screws, give me some metal, and some nuts and bolts, and there ain't much I can't build from scratch. So, there you have it. Now, the difference between me and a contractor, here's the difference. I don't have 15, 20 people back then working for me. I was mainly by myself. No, I didn't have a name on a vehicle or all that crap. So therefore, instead of saying, hey, that one board I just bought for $25 is going to cost you $150. That's the difference between a prick contractor and somebody that's trying to be honest and not screw somebody. There was even times I done job for pretty near nothing. Because either one, they was handicapped. Two, they didn't have enough money just to buy the stuff they needed to do the project. And I didn't say, well, hey, I got to pay for this big truck and 55 guys working for me and all the boards I'm going to steal from you. I'd done the job because nobody else would do it for them. So I paid my debt for all the things that was done to me and I'd done in the projects. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm just here telling my story. I ain't out there sitting in a Walmart parking lot telling everybody that goes by. But one of these days I'm going to be dead. And all these people running around, I could throw you out a list of names that look like a fucking Christmas tree list of the ignorant assholes on YouTube that's running around talking about shit they have no fucking clue about. Now, I have, and I can still prove everything I say. That's the difference between me and these other assholes. I ain't got 1 billion subscribers. I ain't getting $1 billion a day, and I ain't like some of these pricks. YouTube ain't paying my bills. I'm doing this because I want people to know the things that's happened and still happen, and how they're all tied back to all these projects, including the Epstein bullshit. These actors mysteriously, poof, gone, and all of a sudden a retard takes their place. Because for some reason, either people are too busy to realize, or they're like a fucking ostrich. When something comes after them, they drop their head in the hole. They ain't sure which. Or they just plain don't know. But like I said, you got people like this asshole Al Bielek, child molester, amongst other things. Then you got Cameron Duncan. No, that is not Al Bielek. He's another pervert, child molesting motherfucker. Then you have Preston Nichols, another pervert, sicko that likes to play with little boys. Now, let me clear the air, just in case nobody caught what I said on other times. Al Bielek, Cameron Duncan, two of the biggest fucking cons and liars that never got arrested for fucking with kids and watching kids got used, then, yeah, deep sixth. They never got prosecuted. Then you have Preston Nichols, same way. Now, do you know the difference between a good scientist and a bad scientist? Do you know the difference between a good doctor and like some of these at Montauk, just for say in one place, good scientist, bad scientist? Now, there's a lot of people in the military that are damn good people. Then you have some of these assholes that goes in there, and because they're con artists, they get plucked out of obscurity and sent to work on these projects. Now keep this in mind. Al Bielek, Duncan Cameron, they were not nowhere near on the Eldridge. Period. Now, anybody that's going to eat common sense, you look at the story. I was there on the Eldridge and they kicked on the Jews. Next thing you know, the ship went invisible and it vanished, come back in, vanished, come back in. Poof! Motherfucker ended up in Norfolk, Virginia. When it come back, I told Duncan, hey, I think there's some pussy. We better take and jump this spot right here. And we jumped over. Well, I'll be goddamn, we landed in Montauk. Bull Shit. Bullshit. They were brought to Montauk. Now, let me tell you how things go in the good old USA. Here's how it goes. 3 killers gets caught. Or 3 child molesters. 3 rapists. However you want to stack the dice. They get caught. All of a sudden, the military and the government's antennas stand up. They get an antenna hard on. Hey, there's 2 of those guys right there. Couldn't we use them at NASA? Hey, we got some programs. Do you think we could use them? What about the 3rd guy? Well, he's kind of a dingbat, but he knows a little bit about engineering. Radios. But for God's sakes, how many people did those bastards kill and harm? Oh, don't worry about that. We'll keep them under lock and key. Right under our nose. You mean I don't have to worry about them killing me while we're in there, in my sleep? No. But there's one proviso. We got to provide little kids for them to play with and fondle. And if one of them dies, no problem. We'll just send them to hyperspace. You know, in order to get these brilliant scientists, they all have some kind of a fetish. Yeah, you see that big target on my back? It got just bigger just by saying that. But it's the truth. This is what happened, and this is what still happens. Have you noticed Dr. Fauci? Is he in prison? Well, hell no, he ain't. Ain't it kind of funny? Epstein? Oh my God, he killed himself in prison. Where's the footage? How come people keep seeing him? Explain this one. How about his old lady? She went in there looking one way, and after a period of time, you see her again. She'd gotten taller, she'd gotten fatter, and her face has changed. Oh, I got it. Fuck, man, I forgot. Here's how it goes. You go to prison if, you're one of these child molesting fuckers, sex traffickers, and you got some people that you could rat on. Shit, man, they'll come in and give you face surgery, feed you all kinds of cakes and ice creams, get you a little fat, while you walk out the back door thinner than shit. Go figure. I'll be damned. I'm going somewhere with this. Imagine that. So now that you know this, what I'm telling you this because all of these projects and these rejects running them and working there, you have to give them something for the brain. Well, I would come work, but I gotta go molest some little kids. Don't worry, we'll bring you in a bunch of kids and you can molest them there after you're working. I'm in. Am I going to get prosecuted, though? No. That's what happened. Did any one of those 3 cocksuckers spend a day in prison? No. Was any of those 3, can you find them on YouTube talking, doing videos and stuff? Yeah. Now here's the best one of all. You go on YouTube, and there was a son of a bitch on there. Get this. He's talking to this fucking dingaling that run a channel and done stuff for TV. Was in kind of the producer area. He goes and finds out about this one guy that claimed he was a Montauk boy. So he decides to do a interview with him. Because they're discussing, the Montauk, and this guy goes with his crew and goes to Montauk and does some filming and, Anyway, they have this guy. They get him on the show. And he's telling some bullshit. Yeah, bullshit. The more he talks, the bigger shovel he gets to scoop in people's mouths that's watching and sucking this up like it's popcorn. And I'll tell you who the motherfucker was. Stuart Sudlow. He was not a Montauk boy. He was Preston Nichols, Al Bielek, and Camden Duncan's buttfuck buddy. Yeah. That's true. You don't believe me, go up and look up Stuart Sudlow. Him and I think his wife have a channel together. Oh my God, he's a doctor of this and a doctor of that. He's a fucking sham. Now you'll see one video on there, down toward the bottom of these two assholes talking. And you'll see one on there. Get this. Oh, please. Camden Duncan, he's got cancer and he's dying. We need to get him some money. If he knew I was asking, he wouldn't want it. Lying son of a bitch. And so ain't you, Stuart Ludlow. You're a goddamn lying son of a bitch. Anyway, these guys go and they interview him. Then they invite him to go to their house. To come there to their house and interview him in the house. When these guys drove up, they hadn't been able to get a hold of him. But he knew they was coming. And there is a video out there about this. He goes, him and his old lady go fucking ape shit. Because it started coming out. Because in these videos, I'll be damned. A guy that fucking, 3 guys that tortures you, being mean to you, putting you through all these projects. Come to find out, the only project he got was a ride up the Hershey Highway. They call him the real backdoor boy. Yeah. A poop dicker. So, anybody listening, because I've had people, believe it or not, I've had people, when I was over there talking to Swampy Chomp, the liar, from up there around New York, New Jersey, up there by the Pine Barrens, and his old lady, the retard, the crazy bitch, they get a hold of this one guy named Don. I had no clue who he was. Luckily, my little friend Ethan, when we was starting on the show, he's messaging my wife, telling her about what these fuckers are up to. And how this Don went on Ethan's channel and was stating that I was giving misinformation. You know, any motherfucker that aggravates me or calls me a liar, I will put them in their place. You fuck with me too long, and I'll start fucking with you. Now I found out, 'cause see, I dig like a fucking dog with fleas when people that have no clue about the fucking projects and what really went on, other than the same mudhole shit that gets flung around all the time, which ain't the truth. I'm telling you because I was there. Now, anyway, this fucking Don, he think he's so fucking smart. He claimed he was from south of Springfield, Illinois. First of all, Don, you fucking retard, know your land. Now get this. This motherfucker go on and on and on and on about he's a Bigfoot hunter and scientifically, and he's into this and into that. Well, you know something? You fucking blowhard. You're a fucking idiot. South of Springfield, Illinois is flatter than a fucking 2x4. Very, very little woods. Now, the last time I remember, Bigfoot likes places he can hide. Whether it be a him Bigfoot or her Bigfoot or a little Bigfoot. Same with Dogman and all these other creatures. They like to have places to hide. A tree, a bunch of trees, not a fucking hedgerow of trees around a fucking field that's 200 and some odd fucking acres before you hit another wood patch, which is only about 8 foot wide at most. So Don, I'm going to start calling you Dingleberry Don, because you're as dumb as the fucking shit I took earlier. The only difference between the shit I took earlier and you is, my fucking shit had corn in it, and I bet you ain't got no fucking corn in you. Now, you booger-eating bastard, come fuck with me again, and I will come through a fucking mirror, and I will strangle you with your own fucking underwear band. And before I leave, I will leave you a very good present. So why don't you do yourself a favor? I have dug on you. I know who you are. I know what you are. Do you know, I get a hanker for somebody fucking aggravate me, and I can't let it go. So I done some digging. Ethan dug some digging. Does anybody out there know a Stephen Greer? Yeah, we're talking about the world famous Stephen Greer. He says Don ain't what he claims to be. Imagine that. Full of shit as a Christmas fucking goose. Must be another one of them fucking, what do they call them? Plants? Trying to put misinformation out there? Real good. I hope you got a good laugh. The last motherfucker that laughed like that right now is shooting videos off a fucking phone with a goddamn flashlight in his backyard claiming he's in the fucking woods, and when his old lady comes home, get your ass in here, did you get that fucking yard mowed? You're about that fucking stupid. Do you know I spent years hunting motherfuckers like you? You thought you was so fucking smart, you and that fucking retard swamp? Now what's really funny is, really fucking funny, did you search him out, or did him and his wife search you out? Did you also know Swamp likes to flirt with all the ladies, even though he's supposed to be married to that dingleberry motherfucker he's married to, named Tammy? Or you just didn't care, that was your taxi to get in there and fuck with me? Well, I'm going to tell you something, Don. Word's out about you. I don't care if I'm on Ethan's channel, I'm here, I'm on a live on Ethan's channel. I don't give a shit if I'm sitting in a shit house recording. If I find out you come anywhere near my channel or Ethan's, you're going to regret it. I'm just telling you. I'm going to keep busting your ass out, you lying piece of shit. You think I ain't looked up things on you? I was always trained. I don't care if it takes you a month, a year, 2 years. Before you go after somebody, you know everything you can about them. And I've been doing my homework on you. Just so you know, prick. You think you're so fucking smart out there throwing around fancy words and shit? You know what that makes you? An educated fucking idiot. And I got one thing to say. Your daddy should not have been sitting around jacking off by a flower pot because he got you, you little blooming idiot. Yeah, that's what you are. Mouth. You know, at least Anthony had common sense. Even though I don't agree with the Christianity bullshit. But you, on the other hand, in that fucking swamp, and that fucking bitch named Tammy, you fucking three deserve yourself. Y'all need to be put in a shit basket and throw it out and see if the turd rolls out or you fuckers do. But don't worry, there's some other motherfuckers that be in that same fucking bag with you. I know in every venture, there's always going to be some fucking trolls. My warning to you trolls is, you come to my channel or you come to Ethan's, and we're going to flush you like the fucking turd you are. So why don't you do yourself a favor, trolls? I don't know if the Brotherhood of the Wolf Pack is paying you. If they are, they ain't paying you enough. And besides that, when you have to put people up to come fuck with other people that's telling the truth, that makes you a bigger piece of shit. Yeah, I'm talking to you, cowboy hat spear chucker. You and that fucking old lady of yours. So why don't you gather up your Brotherhood of the Wolf, go down there and switch old ladies down at the LBL like you do. Or Or you're not in the club no more because you ain't on top of the game no more. Well, that's what happens when you run in a pack. One day, you're the fucker. The next day, you're the one getting fucked. So, apologize? Fuck you. Now, I'm going to tell something right now, straight up. I'm going to put some pictures up. I'm going to post some pictures. I was moved around to different places for various reasons. I won't tell the name of the place a couple of places I was moved to, but I was moved to a few different bases that kind of got closed down. But the funny thing is, when I was there, going in, the military was still there, but just a small handful. And I got to know a lot of them people. They were just ordinary soldiers doing their jobs. But they was packing stuff and getting stuff ready to go. So I didn't have no problem with them. Only my fucking handlers. And they was like some of these people here that has these channels. You know, some of them cocksuckers hang down there at the LBL. They friend to your face. In front of these soldiers, they were real friendly, but the moment you said something that your handlers didn't like, as soon as they got you into a place where you couldn't be seen, you got beat. I don't like chicken shit like that. I've gotten bigger, smarter, and a hell of a lot stronger. I can take a hell of a lot more pain than any of the rest of you can. You don't believe me? Look at my face. See all these here look like little wrinkle marks, smile marks? Them scars. That was made to look like laugh lines. My fucking face was ripped up over top of the back of my head, including my nose, my lips, my chin. This whole piece was flipped over my fucking head. That's why I got all these, looks like laugh lines. I don't go look for trouble, but if some motherfucker's gonna come and dog me, I ain't got no problem dishing it back. I'll first prove my point. Then if they persist, I will put an end to it. Now, unlike the rest of you, every time I walk out my fucking door, whether it's the side door or the front door, every time a helicopter goes over, I'm looking and wondering, is today going to be the day? A car goes by. Gawkers. Cars I've never seen before. Fancy cars, which don't belong around here. People out there in the middle of the fucking field, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning in a fucking lightning storm, downpouring, raining, and hailing, and they're jogging down the fucking road and go out there in that field and fucking stand, and then they're so fucking stupid, you would think they wouldn't draw attention. But what do? Either flick a lighter, or they flip a light on, and they turn it right back off. And then it ain't long, here comes a car. It stops down the road, and I watch them with the fucking flashlight jog out to the car, get in, the car turns around, comes back through. So, I have to deal with this all the time. Not counting motherfuckers that thought they was smarter than me when I'd be out there mowing or weed eating, taking a fucking pop shot at me. I've had it about up to here with assholes, trolls, and any other motherfucker that's hunting me. My advice is, don't. You got a question, a legitimate question? I will answer any fucking question. Got no problem with it. But if you've never been in the Montauk projects, the Phoenix projects, Rainbow and all this other projects, then don't try to tell me when you wasn't there how it went. Because you don't know the half of it. Every day I wonder, is today going to be my last day? Am I going to walk out there, light a cigarette, and go to feed my rabbits or chickens and some motherfucker's going to shoot me dead? Yeah, I wonder. Every time I go outside or a car goes by, a helicopter goes over, I roll the dice. So I come on here to tell my true facts. And I ain't gonna put up with people fucking with me. Just plain and simple. I've been through enough. I just want people to know what really happened instead of what all these fucking idiots are running around saying on YouTube. You know, there's some things that I won't tell on here. This is how I know when people's full of shit. I'll let them talk. But there's a few things when they don't bring it up, I know they're full of shit. Only my wife knows. She's the only one I ever told. I never even told Ethan. That's how I know. So when you hear all these motherfuckers run around on YouTube, well, today I'm going to interview a Montauk boy. They're puking the same bullshit that was puked yesterday, the day before, and the day before yesterday. Because what it is, all these motherfuckers running around one channel to another channel to another channel, and they're listening. Well, let's see. Time travel, check. Being mean to kids, check. Montauk, Long Island, check. That's all you gotta say, and everybody wants to talk to you. You know what that is? It's called the goose syndrome. You know, you see a flock of geese out there in the yard. One goose, honk. Next goose, honk. They're all saying the same fucking thing. They're all honking. Now, what's really funny is, I haven't seen none of these so-called Montauk kids show any kind of fucking proof. Like maybe a picture of a portal. I got them. Y'all have seen them. Go to my post section. I also got things coming out of a portal. Post area, go check it. Actual photos taken with a camera are in my book over here. Most people have photo albums, family photo albums. I got paranormal, all kinds of shit in this thing. Now here's what's funny. A man I used to watch on wrestling, when it was called Wrestling at the Chase, Ric Flair said it best. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. If you're gonna talk the talk, you better be able to do the walk. So, there you go. How many people out there has shown the proof and has the proof, photos and everything else, that's actually showing them? I'll tell you. 0. 0. I'll also show the photo on a video on Ethan's the other night about what they would do to you if you piss them off. Have a good look. All these scars. Yeah. So it kind of bugs the shit out of me when these people on there. Well, I just interviewed a Montauk boy. You gotta go see it. Lady, you're just puking the same bag of shit that everybody else is. How come none of them goes any further with it and tells the fucking truth? Because they full of shit. That's the way it is. Plain and simple. And I do have a photo, because I knew these 3 pricks that I don't like. Duncan Cameron, Al Bielek, and Preston Nichols. And they are 3 separate fucking people. They're sick in the head, but they're 3 separate people. And you know what aggravates me the most about that is? There's an interview, you can go look it up there on YouTube, where Al Bielek, in an interview, well, you know, them people just bad. I tried to tell him, you ought to give them an incentive, give them some money, maybe give them a car, a mini bike, give them something. So, you know, we can play with the kids and you guys can experiment with them. Do you know what would happen if a motherfucker said that to my face? I'd probably rip his face off and shove his head up his ass and use him for a bowling ball. But then again, yet Preston Nichols, in an interview, Montauk Chronicles. Imagine that. Go watch it. Well, now, Mr. Preston says that we'll go into his house. And he offered the government to cure all these Montauk boys. How was he going to cure them? Well, Preston, his big lard ass, was going to strip off buck naked, fat and all, and lay on this little bed thing on the floor. And then the poor little Montauk people was supposed to strip off naked and lay beside him. Well, I promise I won't touch their pee-pee or their dinkle balls. I won't even touch their butthole. I'll turn this machine up. Now, I can't help it if I get a boner. But I won't touch him. You know what kind of bullshit that sounds like? And they let him go? Well, anyway, them people showed up at his house. The lead guy was like, hey, are you game to... I said, I ain't stripping off neck, and he better not either. He ain't better not even laying beside me. So they go there, and this guy's kind of apprehensive, because he knows that son of a bitch looking for a Twinkie. So they make Preston Nichols go way over there and stand by the wall. And this guy lays down, and they turn this machine on. Preston Nichols looked like a dog that you told to sit, and you throw down a fucking steak on the floor and start drooling. He's probably thinking, oh man, if I could just go there by him. Ooh, man. But he was stuck over there. And that poor guy laying there was getting the fucking creeps. when it was over with, that guy said that was the longest time, even though it was a short amount of time. Because he was wondering if that crazy son of a bitch was going to strip off his clothes and come over there and lay beside him and start rubbing on him like a beached whale. They let him go. Kind of like those 3 fucking monkeys. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. That's the United States for you. And for any prick out there that just heard me say that and thinks, well, you fucking little criminal. If you don't like it, leave it. How about you kiss my ass? You don't like it, fuck you. Sit and spin. I like the country, I don't like the pricks running it. And I don't like the shit they get by with. These 3 motherfuckers, along with some others, got by with a lot of shit. Now, I can't get a hunting license, a fishing license. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't have a banking account. Can't get a credit card. Well, all of it could be solved if you just come back to the projects. How about you go fuck yourself? I'm still living. I'm still managing. Because I'm a survivor. I was born with that theme, and I'll die with it. So, y'all fucked with my life like you did that one guy from out there at Area 51. Hope you fuckers are happy. Now, let me tell you something, people. These pricks can go all the way to your local government to get you. You go to bed thinking one night, oh, I got $2,000 in the bank. Thank God. You get up the next morning, you get a phone call from the bank. Hey, your money's been seized. Well, who the fuck done it? I don't know. Or you go to, just say you go to Walmart. Hey, I'd like to get a fishing license. Okay, sure, fill this here out. You fill out this stuff, they punch it in the computer, and the computer's having a little glitch, so you're like, hey, I'm going to be right over here standing, just holler at me when you're ready. I'll be right over here. I'm going to be over looking at the tackle boxes. You're standing over there. And the motherfucker behind the counter gets on the intercom. And you're standing 10 foot away from him. Sorry, but you've been denied. What the fuck am I denied for? I don't know. It didn't say. It just says you're denied. So yeah, don't think it can't happen to you. Our government is like our world. It ain't what you've been told it is. There's lots of shady fucks out there. Lots of shady shit goes on in this world. Like the project that's still going on. Hint, Zorro Ranch. Did you ever wonder? Did you ever ask yourself this one question? And this pisses me off too. I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to cut that. I'm going to take that money and give it to all the American people. All the American people. All the American people. See, if you're like Trump, you got to say it 3 times. Every last sentence, you got to say it 3 times. Hey, when's our money coming? Hey, the Iran war. When's our money coming? Hey, Iran. I'm going to take this money and give it to you people. $2,000 to $3,000 checks. Oh shit. Hey, there's trouble over here. Look over there. Don't ask about the money. Look over there. Did you ever ask yourself too? I mean, come on, have some common sense. Show me one person, one, that he didn't endorse that he ended up getting pissed off at and getting rid of them. And I know what some smartass is going to say or think. Well, that's because they was a rhino. Really? How can all these people be totally corrupt like that? What, just anybody that walks up there and applies for a job in the White House turned out to be a crook? Well, hell, they're all crooks, but I mean, how come he can't seem to get along with anybody? That should tell you something. He's got an ego bigger than fucking Texas and California combined. But anyway, enough on that son of a bitch. Now, you know, I only know all this stuff about the project and stuff because I lived it. I lived it, and I've got the scars to prove it. So, welcome to my channel. But if you come here to fuck with my head, or to try to make me look like an idiot, I'm gonna bust you out. Then I'm gonna flush you. I'm real leery of people because most everybody I encounter are assholes. So, it's like this. Ask me anything you want to. Leave a message and ask. As soon as I read it, I'll answer you. But if you're going to try to fuck with me, just do yourself a favor. There's a little arrow. You hit that little arrow and it'll take you someplace else. Or, if you want to take a ride down to the Tidy Bow Man, me and my wife will flush you. Then you will be banned from the channel. If you're coming from another group, just to fucking aggravate, no matter where I go, I'll flush you. After I call you out for being the asshole you are. So there we have it. A legitimate question, I'll answer. An honest question, I'll answer. But somebody that's going to try to mind fuck me, or think that they're going to screw with me just so they can get close enough to take a whack, yeah, I feel sorry for you if you ever got that close. It wouldn't turn out good for you. But if you're hell-bent on it, just make sure you got good insurance. Because I won't play with you. I don't leave my yard except to go get stuff that I need in town. I stay home the rest of the time. I ain't milking welfare. I ain't out there holding a fucking tin cup. Put a sign around my neck. I ain't out there bothering people. And I ain't out there fucking with people. But if you want to play fuck around, do it at your own risk. There was an old woman that lived up when I was a kid, lived way up in the hills. She had a sign on her gate, and her gate was a quarter of a mile from her house. On that sign, and she had a a speaker thing up there that you could push the button and talk to her at the house, and she would hit a button and the gate would open for you if she knew you. But there was a sign on that gate: have dog, will bite. Have gun, will shoot. And at the bottom, it said, enter at your own risk. And she wasn't fucking shitting. Lots of kids go up there fucking around, think, well, hell, she's way back there, she can't see. It was an open driveway. She'd go upstairs in that 2-story window, open that son of a bitch in the summertime, when kids would be up there fucking around by our gate. As soon as they rest down to hit that buzzer to try to open that gate, thinking that buzzer opened that gate, it wasn't. It was a PA to her house. She'd fire 2 warning shots over their heads, and then she'd holler through that PA speaker, the next one, they're going to carry you out. She meant it. She was a good old lady. She used to want to be fucked with. Well, anyway, I come on here because I've had people aggravate, and I've had trolls, which trolls are everywhere. They're like assholes. They're everywhere. So if you're going to be an asshole, just hit the exit back there. It takes you out away from around me. Because nothing good going to come of it for you. And like I said earlier, if somebody aggravate me, best hope you ain't got a Facebook. Don't leave a paper trail. Because if so, I'm like an old bloodhound. I'll find that track, I'll sniff it out, then I'll bust you out with it. So, I've had jobs where I took jobs that nobody else would take. Get this. I cleaned a fucking basement out for a lady. The local hardware store where I lived, I was always in there getting stuff for jobs. Well, they didn't actually do jobs. They, sold refrigerators and they go put them in, or air conditioners, stuff like that, but they didn't actually work carpentry work. Stuff like that. So, they would have whoever it was come in there, leave a name, first name, last name, and a phone number. When I come in, they'd say, hey, got a job for you. Okay. I'd take the paper, read the name, call them. I got a call back. I called this person, left a message, and they called me back. But they only live maybe 7 miles from me, so I was like, okay, I can do that. So this lady gets on the phone and, how much are you charging me? I said, well, I need to look at the job first. Well, now I'm a single lady. No, I didn't know that, but okay, I'll take that in consideration. I said, trust me, I'm a lot cheaper than anybody else. Because I wouldn't have to gouge nobody. So, come the day I was supposed to meet her at her house, I got the directions and I drive over there. Go down, look at the job, and oh my God, it was fucking hideous. All this stuff she was storing in the basement, and I'm talking about from the floor to the ceiling. There was just a path through that thing. And then a path that went from the upstairs into the basement, around the corner, and back to the doors that go outside. A path. Barely wide enough for me to get through, but a path. I told her, I said, well, you want the whole thing cleaned out, swept, and the walls wiped, and the floor done. I shot her a real cheap-ass price. I said, can you afford that? She agreed. So, the first day over there, I pull up. I'm smoking. Well, I noticed she had a burn barrel. So I finished smoking my cigarette because I didn't want to go up there in case she don't smoke, blow smoke in her face. I finished my cigarette while I'm standing there by the vehicle. I walked straight over to the burn barrel where she'd been obviously burning trash, and I flipped the cigarette butt in there. I seen her come out on the porch at the back door, so I went up there, and as I'm walking, I told her my name. I was supposed to meet her here today. She said, oh, yeah, it's no problem. She gave me her name. So I followed her to the basement. Well, I followed her to the door going to the basement. And she opened the door, flipped the light on, and I was waiting for her to go. And she goes, I don't think so. I said, oh, you're scared of the basement? Because the basement had got flooded with water, and she had to pump it out with a pump. No, she said, I don't trust men. Oh, okay, fair enough. So I start down the basement. Them stairs were straight up and down, and they were narrow. But I made it down there, and I'm looking, I'm thinking, Jesus fucking Christ. She goes, I'm worried about a couple items. That's what you mean. Explain, I don't know what you mean. She goes, well, I got a couple items down here, and if you happen to run across them, I said, well, what are they? Oh, you'll know. Okay, whatever. I thought. So the first few days went good. The fourth day, I go down there. Go down into the basement. She said, now I'm going to tell you. She hollers down the basement. I'm going to tell you right now. At the top of the stairs, there's a door that I keep shut. Okay. She goes, if you got to go to the bathroom, go through the kitchen and living room. There's a bathroom there. Okay. If you come up here and need something to drink or something, it's in the ice box. Okay. Remember, you smoke outside. I said, yeah, I know that. She goes, I don't care if hell freezes over or if the devil shows up here himself. If you grab that door handle to my bedroom, I will shoot first and ask questions later. Like, okay, no problem. Maybe she had a problem before with people. I don't know. I said, is that all? She goes, are you being a smart ass? I said, no. I'm just asking so I can start work. So I'm down there working, and I thought she went there to take a nap. I'm down there working, and I hear one of the steps creak. So I turned and looked. There she was. She goes, how in the hell did you know I was here? I said, that step creaked. Needless to say, the rest of the week, she kept trying to sneak up on me while I was in the basement. I didn't understand why. Well, I got quite a bit of it done, and I was getting toward the back wall. And she happened to open the door and tried to sneak up on me again. And I turned and looked at her, and she goes, God damn, I can't sneak up on you for nothing. I said, no. I'll know you're coming before you do it. She goes, have you seen anything? What am I supposed to see? She come running down them fucking stairs, run across the room. And she starts digging through this boxes are rotten and bags and everything else. And she goes, don't you need to go have a smoke? Hey, if you're asking, yeah, I'll go. So I'm outside to smoke. When I come back in, the bedroom door was shut. I thought, maybe she went fucking back to bed. So I go back downstairs. I'm sitting there working, and I get a funny feeling somebody's watching me. She didn't go up and go to bed. She went up there and shut the door, make sure I was still outside, and she come back downstairs, and she was hiding in the fucking corner over there behind a bunch of boxes. When I turned around, because I thought I felt somebody watch me, she had a single-bladed axe Looked like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. I said, I'm going to tell you something right now, lady. She had this axe up like this above her head. I said, I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't know what your intentions is with that thing, which I already knew, but I wasn't going to tell her that. I said, I don't know what your intentions is with that thing, but you come at me with that axe, you better hope that son of a bitch is all chocolate, because you're going to eat that motherfucker. Oh, I wouldn't do that to you. So then it made me start thinking, is she some kind of psycho? So I watch her and she takes the axe and goes upstairs. The next break, I went out that door in the basement outside, them doors that flip up, them storm doors. I went through there and went out, and she would come out around the side of the house with the axe. I said, you ain't in love with that thing, are you? Or are you just planning on taking my head off? I thought we had a discussion in the basement. I've been here long enough, you know I ain't gonna do nothing to you. Well, she goes, go out a little further when you smoke, 'cause it might blow in my window. Fucking window wasn't even open, but I obliged her. The consumer's always right until they walk away, and then you can call them a fucking asshole under your breath. So I go out. I'm out there still smoking. I get done, turn around, she's not there, so I thought, well, good, she fucking went in the house. I go back through the outside door into the basement, shut it down, because she acted like she could be a real crab ass. And I'm down there working. I hear the door upstairs open. So I turn to look. There she is standing there with a pump shotgun. So I just sitting there watching her, and she stepped down far enough where she could see me. She went down enough steps that she could see me over there. She had no clue that in all that rubble, I found 3 bowling balls. I asked her, I said, what the fuck are you doing with a shotgun? I can't sneak up on you or shit. I said, well, just so you know, I got 3 bowling balls down here. That far away, the pattern may scatter. But before you fire a second shot, I'm going to chuck all 3 of these fucking bowling balls at you, so don't even think about it. This bitch was trying to kill me. So the last day, I was there for like 3 weeks. The last day, she goes, I'm going to give you a bonus because you work so good. You ain't been telling nobody where you come to. I said, why, you still trying to kill me or what? She just kind of laughed. So she gave me my bonus, paid me the rest of my money. Wait a minute, I'm going to follow you out to the highway, and when you turn left, I'm going right. Whatever. I did. Do you know when I got back home, there was a fucking cop sitting in my house? He goes, notice you ain't been around town. Of course, it's my cousin's husband. I said, I've been working. He goes, that's what I want to talk to you about. What do you want to talk to me about? Now, when he's got his badge on, we're not related. He has to do his job. But at home, when he ain't got no badge on, or he comes over to visit and he ain't got no badge on, we're friends. Well, anyway, he proceeded to ask me about this lady. So I was telling him. I said, man, crazy son of a bitch grabbed an axe, tried to sneak up behind me, didn't she come downstairs with a fucking shotgun? I had 3 bowling balls here waiting. He goes, you're lucky. You're lucky she didn't kill you. I said, why is that? He goes, you know that house she's in? Yeah, what about it? She ain't renting. She don't own that house. She just moved into it one night. He goes, by chance, did you see any IDs that had her picture but different names in different states? I said, yeah. He goes, yeah. He said, she's wanted. I said, wanted for what? He goes, attempted murder several times over. Are you fucking shit me? He goes, is she over there? I said, well, she's been hauling stuff out of that house in her van. I don't know where she's going, but when I turn left, she goes right down the highway. I said, if I think about it, I'll remember the person's name that she said she was taking stuff to, that she stayed there at nighttime. She didn't stay at the house at nighttime. I don't know if they ever caught her or not. But see, I've had to deal with that kind of shit. And it wasn't just one time. There was a few times shit like that happened. So, in the projects was dangerous. Working with those fucking clowns. I get away from them, trying to stay the hell away from them. And it's just as dangerous out here where I'm at. And I try to stay hoarded up. So you can see why I get agitated. I don't like stupid shit. I don't like trolls. And I don't like people that claim they're one thing when they're totally something opposite. Or when they have like 15 fucking accounts. Just to go harass people. Or a gang of hoodlums that think they run YouTube. Yes, I'm talking about you, lard-ass donut dog from Texas. And you're going to try to run everybody out so you're the last one standing. Fat boy, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck if you went and whipped Chuck Norris's ass. Now, other people might believe you did that and believe you owned a nightclub and that you're one bad son bitch. Every time I've seen you, you've been just sitting in a fucking chair. Talking about your bad health. All this bullshit. I don't run with gangs. So, don't fuck with me. Not good for your health. I'm not Chuck Norris. Now, for all you people that's wondering what the fuck I'm talking about, I was talking with somebody one time on a show, and this guy was supposed to be on there, and you know what this motherfucker had the audacity to say? He's sitting there talking with big fuck fat ass Rob, Bigfoot Rob, you know, the one that was fucking Jessica Jones down there at the LBL, after his girlfriend, wife, whatever it was, died. Yeah. And I'm sitting there talking on a live with somebody. And he's talking to these fucking idiots that believe everything he says. I whip old Chuck Norris's ass, and I had a nightclub, you could have put 56 of fucking ghillies inside of it, and I was the bouncer too. Dude, the only thing you was ever bouncing was a fucking donut off the back of your throat. Somebody that's faster than you and more agile would tie your ass in a fucking knot and roll you around like a fat beach ball like you are. And he's going on about he whipping Chuck Norris's ass, and he had Chuck Norris crying. And had the audacity to be doing this instead of paying attention to what was being talked about. That's how rude this cheesy fat fuck is. He proceeds to go on and on and on. And when me and somebody else was going about, yeah, nobody ever wanted to hear anything about me, he stops whipping Chuck Norris's ass and running that nightclub and beating the fuck out of people. Blowhard. Full of shit. to say, well, it didn't come on my channel. You're a lying motherfucker. There's a lot of them on YouTube. Well, I think I've ranted enough. Now, by me doing this here particular show, I'm hoping this rectifies and keeps a lot of people out of trouble. Some people be smart if they decide they're going to heckle me or troll me or fuck with me or try to find me. It ain't a good idea. And they'll turn around and walk off. But for the ones out there that think they're smarter than me, I've been doing this for a long time. I have found more ways to play with assholes and deal with assholes than most professional bouncers. I have traveled halfway across the world one time in the Navy after I warned this prick. You know, I got the green light to come after your ass. Now, I'm being nice. I'm calling you. I'm hoping that you get the fuck out of that country. And I don't have to get off the beach and come over there and toe tag your fucking ass. Now, this motherfucker is so fucking retarded. He actually believed I was sitting in the United States. I'm sitting out in the fucking jungle watching him through a night scope talking to him. And this dumb motherfucker has all of his blinds open in his house. And he's telling me what he's going to do if I come to his country. And I told him, I said, you know something? Just remember, 1 and 1, 0. And I shot the motherfucker through the phone through his fucking ear. Case closed. I went home, and he laid there like a fucking pig that he was. Yeah, I used to do all kinds of shit for the Navy. Used to do all kinds of shit in the projects. I don't carry those professions with me anymore. I don't do that kind of stuff. But threaten my family or fuck with me, or show up out here fucking around my house, it ain't gonna be no more than me walking in there taking a shit. That's how easy it's gonna be. Just don't do it. So if you're one of those people that think that you're gonna search me out and bag me, better eat a sandwich. Better bring you a fucking sandwich. Not that you're gonna be standing up long enough to eat it, but at least you know the sandwich was in the bag that you was gonna eat. Just don't do it. If you don't want to listen to me, go elsewhere. You want to fuck with somebody? My advice is, go elsewhere. You come fucking with me, you're gonna regret it. Just plain and simple. I try to be nice to everybody. I'll answer any questions or explain things. If there's something you don't understand that I'm saying, I'll explain. I got no problem with that. But I'm just tired of the bullshit. So from now on, see, these motherfuckers got it under their impression that they're going to piss me off and Ethan's going to get a show taken away because some idiot on there, and it's probably somebody from the Brotherhood of the fucking Wolf, which are a pack of lard-ass liars and pieces of monkey shit. That ain't gonna happen. We're just gonna flush you. Show up at my door, and I'm literally gonna flush you. I will cram your ass in my fucking toilet and flush it. You'll be the biggest turd that fucking stool has ate. Whatever's left of you after the dog gets done with you. So, there we have it. It's on the line. There it is. Plain and simple. So, cross the line, see what happens. The rest of you that's here to listen and learn, ask questions, stick around. There's a whole lot more to come of the show. Trolls, jump ship. If your people saying one thing when you're really somebody else, looking to aggravate, you better follow the trolls and jump overboard, take your chance with the sharks. Because it ain't going to be pretty when I snip you out. Y'all take care. Try to be good to one another. If you can't be good, knock the shit out of each other. Works for me. I'll catch you on the next one. Sorry about the rant, but it just needed to be said. Now, anybody watching my shows and watched this show, they can't say they wasn't warned. So, there we have it. I'm thankful for the people that is there, the people that coming in, if new ones come in. I'm thankful for everybody that subscribed, leave a message. I'm thankful for that. I just want to tell the truth, and that's where we stand with it. So y'all take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is Henry, saying good night.